antifreeze in one. So we finally got the parts in for the truck, and what we're going to do is clean her up a little bit before I get her inside. It's got dirt and tree sap all over it, can't even see out the windshield, and so my plan is to take the pressure washer and try to clean her up a little bit. It's kind of got some light, I don't know if you can see it. Nothing too terrible. We'll get the heavy stuff out first. It's kind of like flat paint. I don't see really no clear in it. I'd say it's been repainted. Definitely gonna have to do some scrubbing though. Let's get that windshield clean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out the scrub brush. Cause still got some light tree sap on it. Does it look any better? Somewhat. This hood is really nasty. I'm just going to go ahead and mix up some soap and water, and we'll really give it a hose down.
Enormous, instantaneous.
So I hit this side as much as I could, scrubbing it down and everything, and got a lot of the tree sap off. The tops of these trucks ain't made out of nothing. Let's look at that. That is just, the tree fall on it, that's a wrap. I mean, they're good little trucks, but they were made kind of cheap. And you can clearly see the difference on this side here. It's got gangrene and mold down the side of it. So I'm gonna spray some spray 9 on the hood. Actually, I already did. It's supposed to get rid of like mildew and stuff. Spray that on the hood because the hood still got some tree sap on it. So that'll sit. Probably spray it on the bumper too. Shouldn't hurt it. Bottle's kind of acting up. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this side while this hood's soaked, and wash the rest of the truck. And I think that's gonna be as good as it gets. Like I say, this paint don't have any clear. It's kind of like a cheap paint job. Maybe a Cono did it or something. It's just flat. So let me move on to the other side. Well, that fell right off. That spray 9 works pretty good. It just fell right off of there. I didn't spray the whole truck there. Real scummy. The window was kind of leaking a little bit. Gangrene. Mildew and that tree sap. This thing is super duper hard to wash. That tree sap is like glued to that flat paint. looking pretty good though, but when it dries up, it's going to be kind of dull looking. Like I said, that's probably going to be the best it's going to get. Being that the paint is just flat paint, it's not cleared or nothing. This side was completely green almost. I think it was just one of those $100 paint jobs where they just took it to one of those paint places and just said, put some paint on it. And that's what they did. They put some paint on it and they painted right over the original paint, because you can see where it's starting to come off. It's a little mildew right there. So it's just basically just basic paint job. They just took it in, said, hey, just paint it. Or somebody could have did it in their garage, but it looks like more like a painting automotive paint place did it. You see where it's peeling. So it's just, they just sprayed right over the top of the original paint. It's starting to come off here. So anyway, I'm gonna spray it down one more time. It's got some mildew right here, and we'll go up under the hood, clean under the hood. Windshield's not cracked. Got one little rock peck, but at least it ain't cracked. So next we're gonna tackle, I mean, it's got dirt, tree sap all up under this hood. I'm gonna take the battery out, gonna spray all this down, so, and get that all cleaned up. All right, let's spray up under this hood. Alright, get out the old oven cleaner. We'll see. Alright, let's go. Leaves and acorns. All over the rest of the truck. So that's a pretty good idea of what it's gonna look like after I get through. So I'm gonna go get some oven cleaner and spray this engine down a little bit. And I finished spraying it. It's hard to do it with one hand, and I'll show you the end results. Now she looks pretty good, like I say, with the flat paint, but nice professional paint job. Look alright, even better. So I pressure washed this engine best I could. Got a lot of that old trash and leaves. Got a lot of surface rust still right here. Take the water hose and blast that out. That's where that battery tray was. But like I said, I got the engine as clean as I could, so we can remove this old carburetor and put the new one on, which I'll show you what came in the mail and what we got for it. So anyway, it's time to get her inside so we can start the operation procedures and get this thing running like it should and get her back on the road after sitting for 19 years. Of course, I'm going to probably take the vacuum and hit the inside a little bit. Got some leaves and stuff over there. I don't see any Mises poop, so I think we're good there. So I'll probably run the shop back out here and vacuum that out, and then it's time to go inside. Oh, I was looking for these. I left them. So I kind of tidied up the inside a little bit, did a little vacuum work. Still can use some armor all and stuff like that, but somebody put this carpet in here and they kind of cut out some pieces, extra pieces. But other than that side being ripped out, I guess they did that to check the floor or something. I don't know. The carpet was really shaggy over there, probably, but it's got the original mat. But anyway, it's got seat covers over it. I don't know what the seats look like up under here. It's got two seat covers. Ew, kind of cracked up. So that's why it's got two seat covers. But anyway, I'm gonna get it inside and we'll start putting some parts on it. So, alright, so got the truck inside. I let it kind of drip dry off a little bit. Didn't turn out too bad. Like I say, the battery tray, it's got some rust in it, and the rest of the undercarriage under here, or under the hood, looks pretty good. Got a lot of vacuum lines, like I was saying, that's been blocked off. Trying to figure out where some of this stuff go. Nissan was notorious for having all kind of vacuum lines. So was Honda. I don't know about Toyota, but I know Honda had a couple cars that had a lot of vacuum lines, like your Honda Accords and the old Honda Civic. But anyway, so we got parts in. We got the new carburetor. It's supposed to be the exact same carburetor according by the numbers. So can we get that opened up? Looking at the numbers that was on the original car, it's supposed to be identical. Only thing was different, and I read up on it, which you can change, is this sensor right here. I don't know exactly what this sensor is. Let's see, can we zoom in on it? This sensor right here on the side, it has this square plug, where the one on the truck has a small round one. But I did read up that you can change it out. Now I know this is the choke, which is in this plug too, so it has something to do with the choke. It must be a fast idle sensor or something, I don't know. But I did read you can change these, change the plug on it over to the one off the truck. And on the bowl or the front of the carburetor where your float's at, this one don't have the sight glass. You can change that over too. It's just this cover, and you know, if you watched the first video, that's where the float is, behind this cover. But everything else is basically identical. It had a lot of good reviews. I didn't see any bad things about it. It's just an aftermarket carburetor. Can't really just buy them factory new anymore, unless you luck up and find one, but they're probably gonna want a lot of money. So we'll give that carb a shot. When I get it off, we'll set them side by side, make sure everything's identical, which I think it is, and we'll be good. So came with the gasket. Set that over there. We got new NGK spark plug wires. These are blue. That's pretty cool. They are these 8mm, I believe. NGK. Let's see that. Got those. Actually, the wires on there don't look bad. I think I seen like one little nibble spot on one, maybe a squirrel or something, or mice. Kind of was getting ready to chew in it. But they've been on there, so we'll change them out. We got a new distributor cap with the rotor button, brand new. We'll swap that out. And we got 8 new Nippon Denso or Denso double platinum spark plugs. And also we're waiting on the fuel tank sending unit, which should be here today, because we're going to drop the gas tank. Hopefully we can get it cleaned out. We know it's full of bad gas because when I had a battery in it for the first time and turned the key on, if you watch the first video, you'll see the gas spraying out the side of the truck, and that's because the fuel pump is mounted on the outside of the frame on the right side in the back, and so the hose going to it is rotted out. So we know the fuel pump works, and we know it's got some bad gas in the tank. I don't think it's rusted out. And so anyway, we're gonna start first with getting this old carburetor off. Like I say, we can change this sight glass plate or whatever cover. We could change that over. It ain't nothing but a gasket behind it. That way you can see if you got gas in the bowl. And like I was saying on that choke, that sensor in the choke has this small plug. And like I said, when I read up on it, a couple of people were saying that was the only difference. And they just basically cut the plug off of here, I think, and changed it over. We don't want to use none of this old stuff, really. We want everything to be new. So I think it's got well, we could change the choke over. I don't know. I think it was working. I'm not sure. It started running real bad before I cut it off the last time. So, because those wires are kind of short. I really hate to cut stuff, you know. But maybe I can find a plug. Somebody's been splicing into this one here. Maybe I can find a plug that'll plug into here, and we won't have to deal with that. We'll figure it out. Tons of vacuum lines, throttle cable, The fuel line, I had that in there because they want gas getting the fuel line. It's already disconnected, fuel line disconnected, 4 screws, and carburetor's off. We got wheels, 6-lug Nissan Pathfinder wheels. These are the chrome ones. This is gonna really make this truck look good, better than these old hook caps and 14-inch tires. Got some good 15-inch 205, 65 ATL landers. Get these all cleaned up. I got a few little bad spots, but I think this came off the late 90s, early 2000s maybe Pathfinder. So we got wheels for it. We got the center caps and lug nuts. Usually the center cap says Nissan in the middle. These don't. Lug nuts. So those be going on as well. But like I was saying, this is just a update on the truck. Got it inside and got all the parts in, and was just handed some more parts, which this is the fuel tank sending unit for it. And if you've been following the boogie van, these are the seals that goes around the cargo door and goes around the front doors, the door seals. Because we've been getting some rain. I've been noticing that it's getting kind of wet inside. I guess since we started using the doors a lot, those seals are all crusty and old, and they're starting to leak. So we're gonna be replacing those. And but everything we got here is for the truck. Everything is in. Like I said, it's time to get to work. No more chitter chatter. And I'm gonna try and get this thing together. I'll do another video on it once I get all the parts on it and we get it running and streetable. So this is just a quick update. Hope you guys are enjoying your week, and hopefully by this weekend we'll have this thing together. So the boogie van is back in the shop. It's been a while since you guys seen this, huh? Still got it, but it's in the shop to replace this old rotted out door seal. This thing's been leaking, and the door seals just fell off of it. You see up here, that's where the water's been coming in. Here, I mean, let's look at that. So, like I said, I got new door seals for it, and I don't know about this seal here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this is rotted out too, hard as a brick. So I got new seals for the cargo door, and got new seals for the front and driver door. I don't have them for the back door. The back door hasn't been leaking, but for sure this front door has just been pouring in and carpet soaking wet. I want to shampoo it and clean it up, but I want to stop this water from coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel that off. And here's the new seal. It's got the little plastic snaps. Now they got it somewhat glued. I don't know if they glued it on top of these or the heat just melted it to the door. But I'm gonna get that put on, and that should keep it dry inside for now. So, and also I even got some seat covers for it too, so we'll put those on. Okay, so I finally got all that old door seal weather stripping off. Got all the little tabs that holds the seals to the door. I just broke them off, knocked the rest of them down in the door. They're just little bitty pieces of plastic. So we got all that all clean, all the way across and at the bottom. So I'm gonna get ready and attach the new one. They kind of had it glued on top of the little plastic snaps to snap in the hole. So I guess once we get it up there, I'll put some weather stripping glue around the parts where there's not no, I don't know what you call it, plastic snap, whatever. That way it won't be flopping around, and keep it nice and tight on the door. So let me go ahead and get that installed. And also I had a piece of weather stripping here that I bought. You can just buy that stuff from like Home Depot. I had it there trying to keep the water out, but I peeled it off, and now I got to get all this sticky stuff off. But yeah, let me get set up and we'll get that seal on. So after wrestling with the new seal, I finally got it on the door. Had to stretch it a little bit. Kind of had to make my own holes where those little plastic tabs go into the rubber, because they didn't put them in the right spots. So I had to kind of just take them out of the rubber and relocate them. But seals in there. So now I got the door panel off, because I had ordered these by accident. These here actually go into the window frame here. You see what that's all. Someone's out there acting a fool. You can see where they go into the window frame, and that's just all dry rotted and cracked. And then these are the window sweeps right here. So I also got those. I ordered them by accident because they said they was the door seals. I don't know if you can see them, but they said these were the door seals, which they looked like they was because they were all rolled up. Well, when I got them, they were actually this felt seal that rides in here, that the window rides in. So the only thing will be missing is this piece of felt in here. I guess I'll try and find it and order it. And then this seal here, I just noticed it's got a crack in it for the quarter glass. So I guess I'll just find those seals too. But I'm gonna go ahead and replace this thing here and these two pieces, since I'm on this door, and that'll kind of slow down some of the leaks. Alright, so I finally got this inner window seal in, and lo and behold, it goes all the way around and it runs inside of the quarter glass for the window. I didn't know it went around that far, but the window's a little stiff going up and down, but it's going to have to break itself in. Once it gets to the top, it gets real stiff. But I figured a couple times rolling it up and down, it'll break in. I kind of put a little grease inside the felt to help it. Then I put these on here, which aftermarket stuff. You see how it fits. Don't fit tight. Just what you get when you buy an aftermarket. This side over here fits alright, but the outside don't. But oh well. But we're done with this side, and I'm done for now. So hopefully that stop our leaks a little bit. And I'll do the driver's side some other time. It wasn't leaking. But we're gonna move along to the Nissan truck. So here's the new seat covers. Finally covered up the old tore up seats that were tore up at the bottom. Took off those old American flag bed sheets. So these fit pretty good. I mean, the armrests were tore up on this side, so I just took the cushion off there and ripped off the material, and the only things up under here is just the metal. Just hit them with the seat cover, but this looks way better than what it did. So there are Baja blanket seat covers. Good Amazon purchase. So done with this thing for now, and thing will be ready to go home if all our parts work right, which I think that carburetor is going to do it. I think it's going to be good. So anyway, y'all just keep looking out for more Nissan truck action, and smash that like button, that share button, subscribe, and you know, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and leave an email. I'll put all that down in the link. All right.